Let's do some hoop talk with Eliav Gabay because Eliav knows all, tells all when it comes to hoop talk around the great state of Arizona. We're not going to get into the Suns much unless you want to because they're a train wreck. But I want to get over to the Mercury because you've been all over what's gone on through the years with the Mercury, in particular, the last couple of years. Now that Brittany Griner's gone, Diana Taurasi is gone, they've had a complete makeover. Their season is right around the corner. What are you expecting it to look like, Eliav, in the stands and on the court?
The bigger question to me will be the stands compared to the court because, like you've said before, Brad, losing those two titans in Diana and Brittany is definitely going to affect this market. But I'm still thinking that when the results come the way they will with this group, that the fans will show up because at the end of the day, the X Factor is legit here in Phoenix. It is one of the biggest and best fan bases in the WNBA. So I'm expecting that to continue. But they are in a state, in my opinion, of prove it to me, right? They're not familiar enough with Alyssa Thomas, Satu Sabali. They know Kalia Copper, of course, but how is it all going to come together? And that's a great question, Brad, because I think they still need that point guard. Let's not forget. Big three is fun. We've seen it down the hall where the big three is fun, but when there's nobody to initiate the offense, to get it going, it can be tough. I've spoke with GM Nick Uren regarding that, and he's mentioned where you can have a little bit of the stars switching off the point guard role. Alyssa Thomas is a very good facilitator. Satu Sabali can do it.
I get it. When this team takes the court, the Mercury, initially, it's probably not going to look very good. We use the term gel all the time. I get tired of hearing about gel, okay? I don't have any gel to put in my hair because I don't have any hair. So what I want to know is how quickly will this team cohesively come together? Is this an embraceable group? In the day, Diana was embraceable. Towards the end, a lot of question marks, even from the Mercury fan base about her being on the court. Sophie Cunningham's not here anymore. Very popular player, right? And so who's going to be the embraceable ones where fans will say, look, we're all about the Mercury. We're willing to go through some tough times. But if we don't have anybody embraceable on this team, we're not going to be very happy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. They also loved Natasha Cloud last year, and now she's gone. So there are those embraceable players that are gone. You're right about that. I think the city's going to fall in love with Satu Sabali. Her personality, you can feel it even in an intro presser. She feels like a kid in a candy store being out here. Alyssa Thomas, her fiance, DeWanna Bonner, a legend out here. So she knows a lot. Alyssa Thomas knows a lot about what to expect. As far as the cohesiveness on the court, Brad, I think this is a three that match each other well. Alyssa Thomas, defensive anchor, will facilitate. Satu Sabali can take over some facilitating, but really, she's a dynamic forward slash guard who can attack, shoot, and Kalia Copper runs the court like nobody else. And Alyssa is going to find her on those leaks. So, from that perspective, I think it'll come together.
Hoop Talk with Eliav Gabay for a couple of minutes. Let's shift gears. You were over at the high school championships. What were your biggest takeaways? The Four-Peat era ends with another title. I'm sure that's near or at the top of your list. Biggest takeaways from the high school finals this last week?
Well, I'll say what Sam Dwayne said, the head coach of Perry. The Dwaynes and the Peets win championships. That's 8 state championships for the Peet family, along with, of course, Sam Dwayne. And the thing that continued to stand out to me every round, you look at, okay, who's going to challenge the big bad wolf, as Greg Rosenberg and I call them? Who's going to be the team? And all year we knew it was going to be Sunny Slope that was chosen, has the size, has the experience, all these things. And it still was astounding to me to see the game plan come into effect in the championship and Perry's defense physically wearing you down. I mean, Sunny Slope was looking so good in the beginning, and that's a team full of dogs, Brad, full of dogs. Ryder Portella, Delton Prescott, Darius Wobbington, nothing to scoff at. And at first, I was saying, okay, here we go. We have the draft written for each team, whoever won, kind of thing. But at some point, Perry made me delete the Sunny Slope side because, man, that defense is everywhere. Even Four-Peat, fractured hand, no problem. DeAndre Harrison doesn't get enough love. My God, he's physical, he's smart. They just play off each other so well. Nobody better than Perry all year long, and they showed it again.
Hoop Talk with Eliav Gabay. Good stuff. We'll see you again next time.